What is up, everyone? Welcome to Game Week 35's transfer plans video. My name is Ryan from the Football Chatbox. Welcome all. How are you doing? Shubharan, how are you doing? Welcome. So far we are still in the middle of double Game Week 34. Free hit has been played, currently on 76 points. Defense did well for the first game. Midfield also actually returned, apart from KDB, who was a disappointment. And then Haaland and Enciso, the punt did well also. Wish I started Isaac over Trippier, but we move on. Yeah, I noticed that as well. Um, it is what it is, I guess. We'll talk about Newcastle as well. De Bruyne, I'm hoping De Bruyne can actually play this West Ham game because I am not looking forward to the negative points that is about to come off from Sufal. So hopefully De Bruyne is fit for the West Ham game. And also, I think if he's fit, he will play, because I don't think he's going to play Leeds. Probably he might be rested because it makes no sense to start him before a Champions League game. And also, if he doesn't get game time here, I don't know, Pep likes to keep his players in somewhat of a rhythm in terms of match rhythm. So assuming he should play if he's fine. So we'll see. But yeah, 76 points is what it's looking like right now. Let's talk about the games, first of all. And we'll start with the Liverpool versus Spurs game. 4-3. I mean, what a crazy ending to the game, I would say. I don't know how Spurs level 3-3 and then they just go and bottle it. It's just Spursy all over again. Like Jose Mourinho once said, football heritage. And I felt like this is what happened in Spurs as well. It is what it is. Now, Son has been scoring a few points in the last few weeks. Their next set of fixtures are Palace, Aston Villa, Brentford, and Leeds. However, don't have a double game week, which is a bit of a problem, and because of that, our transfers aren't going to be focused on there. But for anyone who wanted a punt, maybe a decent punt under Ryan Mason, they will score a lot of goals. They are very attacking. They were very attacking previously as well under Ryan Mason, and I'm expecting them to continue like this. But they will also concede a shitload of goals. A lot of goals they'll concede. So if you want a punt, maybe decent option. Harry Kane, man, this guy continues to get points. So annoying. Oh well, it is what it is. Jota came on, scored. Bit lucky, I guess, because of Lucas Moura just gifting the ball to him. Gakpo, I should have probably kept Gakpo in my team, like you guys were talking about moving Mahrez to Gakpo for my team. I should have probably done that, but oh well, it is what it is now. He's got 2 assists, so he's ticking over decently. Not too bad. I'm looking forward to owning him against Brentford. I think he'll do decently. Trent got an assist, but as we kind of spoke about before, Liverpool, man, they just struggle to keep clean sheets. They're not consistent in terms of keeping clean sheets, so we'll have to, if you're having a Liverpool defender, just keep in mind that you're mainly relying on attacking options. And then finally, I want to talk about Salah. I don't know what to say about Salah, to be honest. Where is the shots on target? Can I find that stat here? Is that stat here? No. Let me find it over here. I think Salah, we kind of need to speak about him because he isn't really delivering for his price tag, to be honest. Should I not been that many? Should I not been that nervy? Yeah, it shouldn't have never been that nervy. Like 3-0 up and then 3-3 and then 4-3. Oh my god. But then that's what you're kind of expecting from Liverpool's defense, right? You know Liverpool's defense isn't the best, so it's always going to give opportunities to the opponent. But Spurs are poor, which is why I'm disappointed United dropped points against Spurs as well. But anyways, it is what it is. Salah, I don't know what to say about Salah because he's not, I don't know. Tell me, like, you guys let me know, because for me it feels like he's not having enough shots at goal. Where is the shots? Where do I find shots here? Shots on target. 1 shot on target for Salah. I don't know if this was just a penalty as well. So it's not looking good for Salah. And then shots inside the box. 3 here, but only 1 on target. I don't know how many of this involves does the penalty take into account as well? Not really sure. So not looking good from like what he's performing and what we're kind of expecting from Salah. It's not looking good. But 2.2 xg versus 2.03 xg. I mean, that's just crazy numbers. I don't think every team will concede 2 xg as well. I mean, Spurs are very open, so it ended up being an open game. But yeah, we'll see. I think Salah still has good fixtures though coming up. I don't know whether maybe in 37, maybe a move to KDB is possibly on the cards. But then game week 38 against Southampton is such a good game. The way Southampton concede, and that by this time Southampton would have been relegated. So 38 is a really good game for Liverpool. So I have to see whether I want to move him out or do I want to keep him. But like his returns aren't really that of a 13 million player, to be honest. Prefer Gakpo over Salah. It wasn't his game to shine though. That's true. I think the players who were playing more centrally, it was their game, to be honest. And Gakpo actually delivered. I'm actually also on the opinion of I think Gakpo for the price he is at and the way he's kind of like ticking over in terms of points. I think I like him over Salah at the moment, just for the point, like the price point. I mean, I think a lot of people will move Salah to KDB when he gets to double game week 37. That is a possibility, depending on how KDB does in the upcoming West Ham game. So we'll see. It's something to kind of wait and see. So that's the Liverpool game. I mean, Luis Diaz, we'll see. First start back, 10 points already, 62 minutes played. Could be a decent game week 38 punt. Because in game week 38, all the games start at the same time. If we get news that he's playing, would be a very decent punt, game week 38. So yeah, that's Liverpool versus Spurs. Talking about teams that can't defend at this point, Newcastle, another team that haven't kept a clean sheet. What is it now? 14 games and 1 clean sheet or something. Botman got points, but when was the last time they kept a clean sheet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What was this? This is a clean sheet? Yeah. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Here we go. Yeah. So you go back to the 14th game. So 13 games played, 1 clean sheet. It's not looking good for Newcastle. Diaz will still be Easting. Yeah. That's why I think game week 38 and not anything earlier at the moment. 1 clean sheet for Newcastle, but we need to talk about the guy who's always on the conversation and now on our thumbnail as well, Callum Wilson. Now he came off at halftime. He didn't start the game. So it'll be very interesting to see whether he starts the Arsenal game. Callum Wilson is definitely on the cards for double game week 36. I think even if he was to get, look at this, even 30 minutes, I think is a decent option. Even if, let's say, he was to start one game and get 36 minutes in the other game, I think he's someone we should probably consider to bring in on the transfer. And I myself am thinking of probably moving Botman out. Everyone except Trippier got points. Yeah, no, that's crazy. That is indeed true. Botman got points. Dan Burn. Oh no, he got 2. But like every other Newcastle player people own, Isaac also got points. I think I'm probably looking to maybe move Botman out and bring in Callum Wilson for my third Newcastle spot. That is something I'm actually considering. Now, this will all... Is the Newcastle game the first one for 36? Yes. So Leeds versus Newcastle is the first kickoff of game week 36. If we get early team news, right, that Callum Wilson is starting for game week 36, I will bring him in and I will captain him. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of doing something like that. Because that game is so good, man. Leeds versus Newcastle will be a really good game for Callum Wilson. So I'm looking forward to that. Isak is just on it. Isak, I think Isak, you can play him. He will get you points regardless of where he plays. Guy plays left wing, pretty good. Plays striker as well, pretty good. I think he can get you points as well. But I think you need two attackers from Newcastle. I should also mention Joelinton obviously didn't get any points, but He's also been on good form, to be honest, Joelinton. For those who have Jota, Haaland, and Isaac, if you didn't want to go for Callum Wilson, I think Joelinton's also a decent punt, to be honest. I honestly think Joelinton is a decent punt. But yeah, that's Newcastle. Ruhil, welcome. How are you doing? 39 points on. How many players do you have left, Ruhil? 39 points doesn't sound that great. What happened? What happened? Let me know. Southampton, on the other hand, man, these guys are getting relegated. I've told you before as well. They're getting relegated. United versus Aston Villa. Mr. Double Game Week, Bruno Fernandes returned. Finally, Mr. Double Game Week. He finally returned, and one more game to go. Oh man, this Brighton game is going to be a goal fest, most likely. Probably. Well, I said that, and the last game between Brighton and United was a 0-0 draw. So we'll see. I'm expecting goals. Brighton just peppered their team. We'll get to the Brighton game as well, but I'm expecting a few goals. I don't think both sides will keep a clean sheet, to be honest. I say this with 3 defenders from total for that game. But Bruno Fernandes, I think in a double game week, he's a pretty good option. United played really well in the first half. Didn't take their chances. That was the story of the last game as well. In the Spurs match, didn't take their chances. Rashford should have had more. Rashford should have had a couple goals at least. If he could just finish. He had so many good opportunities. Bruno Fernandes created a few opportunities as well. I mean, Rashford should have had more from this game. So, because they didn't take their chances, going to the second half, same thing happened like the Spurs game. I thought Aston Villa grew back into the game. United getting tired, not because of, and also didn't finish the game in the first half. At the end, they were kind of hanging on, I thought. So that was a very nervous end to that game. So I was happy that they kept the clean sheet. Dalot got 3 points. Now, I'm not sure whether Dalot will start 34, to be honest. Because I think Wan-Bissaka will come in for Dalot. Depends. Because we saw Maguire come off the bench. So there are 2 situations that can happen. Dalot will play left back and Wan-Bissaka right back. Or Maguire will start with Shaw going to left back and Wan-Bissaka right back. So we'll have to kind of wait and see against the Brighton game. Because I'm expecting Wan-Bissaka to start against Mitoma. I feel like that is the matchup to see for that game. So we'll see. But yeah, from United, I think for now, on when it comes again to double game week, 36, 37, I think getting Bruno again is not a bad option. Defensive wise, I think a defender is pretty decent. De Gea now leads the Golden Boot by 2 clean sheets over Pope. So I'm expecting if they United will try and see if they can keep a clean sheet in one of these 3 games. One of these 3 games, they'll try their best to keep 2 more clean sheets if possible. And if they can try and keep about 2 more clean sheets, there's a good chance that De Gea can win the Golden Glove. So I think that will be on the mind of the United team as well. So I'm happy to have a defensive option from United if you wanted to. So yeah, nothing else to speak about this game. Watkins didn't really get much opportunities, to be honest. So maybe it's something to think about. For those who have Watkins, I think Watkins to Callum Wilson is the move. That's probably going to happen. Or even to Alvarez. We'll talk about City the next game. But Watkins is most likely going to be moved on by quite a lot of people either this week or next week, to be honest. But I will probably play Watkins this week against Wolves. I think it's a good fixture. So I'll probably keep Watkins for this week, and then next week I'll move him out. That's my moves at least. And then Fulham versus Man City. My God, Alvarez. For anyone who was talking about Alvarez and I wasn't sure about it on the deadline stream, if you still went Alvarez, well done on you, man. Like, if only we knew that KDB was not starting, would have probably gone for Alvarez. Because this guy, man, how does Manchester City have such like a really good striker on sitting on their bench for most of the time? This guy is a really good option. If we get news he's starting, we saw the quotes from Pep Guardiola where he said he was looking to try and get Alvarez and Haaland playing together. I mean, if he's playing Game Week 35 against Leeds, this is a goal fest game for him. This is points written all over it, to be honest. So if anyone gets information on that, I think that's if you wanted to punt on Alvarez, could be a really good option. 8 players left for Ruhil. I think that's fine. I think you should hopefully pick up some points. Hopefully. Still plenty more to go in the game week, guys. Don't worry. Still plenty more to go in the game week. So yeah, someone to kind of keep an eye out. But City defense, man, what a troll. I'm not getting any City defender. I don't need a City defender. Like City are a team that once they are like comfortable, they just slip up in terms of now. Obviously, this Fulham game was a tough game for them, but they just like look at this 0.17 xGC. They just slip up for some reason. They're just it's lack of concentration, and then they just concede. And I won't be surprised if they don't keep too many clean sheets. Now, having said that, they might go and keep a few, but I won't be surprised if they don't, to be honest. Because I don't know, man. Like the upside of City defense is also not that high, to be honest. So I don't feel it's worth like having City defense. So I'm probably not going to go to City defense on the double. I don't see a reason, to be honest. Alvarez and Gakpo were the best moves for your team. We'll take -4 to remove Botman and take Isak and Wilson. Yep, I think Callum Wilson is actually a good option. Yeah, I think it was Amit that mentioned to go and get to Gakpo. Yeah, I should have probably gone for Gakpo and Alvarez. Should have probably gone. I mean, I didn't know De Bruyne was not going to start, right? If I knew De Bruyne was not going to start, I would have switched De Bruyne to Gakpo, and I would have upgraded Greenwood to Alvarez, to be honest. And then what would I have even played? Then I probably wouldn't have gone for Enciso. I guess it just like kind of worked out. I guess I would have gone De Bruyne to Gakpo and played a 3-5-2. Maybe no Alvarez and played Enciso. No, maybe I wouldn't have taken Enciso at that point then. I don't know. Very hard to say what I would have done. I would still play the 3-5-2. But would have been either Alvarez or Enciso here. I'm not sure. It would have most likely been Alvarez. But oh well, it is what it is. Can't help it. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for Maris and just gone 3-4-3 with Alvarez and Gakpo. Oh well, can't do much about it now. Doing decently anyways, so not gonna complain too much. But Maris could have got a few more assists, to be honest. There were a few chances he created, I saw, that City didn't really put away. So he could have actually had a few assists, like another assist at least. But my God, Jack Grealish, right? I was lucky that Jack Grealish only came away with 1 point on this. The guy got so many chances he created. His link-up play with Haaland is really good. He should have got way more points than that 1 pointer, to be honest. I was lucky in one way because this guy is owned by quite a lot of people. So I was a bit lucky that Jack Grealish actually didn't get anything. He should have got way more points. So yeah, from an FPL point of view, if you want to punt on Alvarez in 35, I don't mind it. If you get news that Alvarez is starting, obviously again 35, we have 4 fixtures starting at the early kickoff. Obviously City will rotate because the next game is Real Madrid, so we're expecting rotation from City. So maybe we get some league team news for City. So deadline stream, if you guys are there, we'll keep an eye out for some league team news from City. If you get news about Alvarez starting, I don't mind punting on it straight away for the Leeds game, to be honest. I think it's worth the punt. At least that's what I think. So that's the Fulham City game. Hopefully Andreas Pereira is fine. He did get stretched off, so hopefully he is fine and there is no long-term injury to him. But yeah, Fulham, that's basically it to say. Leeds are getting relegated, aren't they? I think Leeds are getting relegated. I think if you're looking for points, you go and target Leeds. They can't defend. And for those who started Solanke, like I mentioned, well done. You guys got the points. Pretty good return. I think you have to target Leeds. Any fixture Leeds are playing, I think you got to target it. They can't defend, to be honest. And they are going down. I feel like they're going down. They'll need a miracle to stay up, to be honest. But 4-1. I guess we kind of expected it. We kind of saw a goal scoring result here, so nothing really too much to talk about it, apart from try and attack the fixtures. How many points are you on? 76. I just hope De Bruyne starts the next game, so we'll see what happens on that. And then this one, oh my god, imagine, right? McAllister doesn't start, Mitoma doesn't start, Solimarch comes off before the 60, if I wasn't mistaken. He comes off with 1-pointer. Imagine McAllister, Mitoma, and Solimarch all getting 1-pointers. I was a bit lucky, not gonna lie. But Enciso, oh, he had Semedo on toast. Man, this guy. There were two others where Welbeck's second goal, Enciso had a bad touch. It deflected off the defender, came back. And because he wasn't the shot on target, it doesn't count as an assist. So that was one like pre-assist, you could say. Then the ball to Estupinan, and Estupinan crosses in. Man, this kid was on fire. I'm expecting he will probably start the game against United, because Veltman, I think, came off injured, to be honest. So this could mean that maybe Pascal Gross goes back to like that spot, the right back spot, and then McAllister plays a bit more deeper. So Enciso maybe takes that number 10 spot again. I don't know, as a possibility. I'm hoping he does start, to be honest, because I'm expecting goals from in that game from both sides. So I'm hoping he does start and can get me something. But really happy with the pick from Enciso. And then defense, they kept a clean sheet, so I'm happy with that. Nothing else to say. Obviously, unfortunate that we went from Estupinan to Dunk. We missed the assist. But Estupinan, oh my god. You should have come away with at least 2 goals. 2 goals and assist. What is that? 6 points. That's a further 12 points. You're looking at a 21? Yeah, 21 point haul from it. It could have been a 21 point haul from Estupinan. So I was a bit lucky that it didn't happen like that. But the opportunities that this guy got to score goal, my god, it's crazy. He just, I don't know how he didn't score, but yeah, he had such good opportunities. So I'm going to keep Estupinan. I think the guy has opportunities, he just needs to convert it. Welbeck and Undav. I mean, Welbeck is going to probably be the main striker, but I feel like the other Brighton players are still better. And Undav, I'm not going to really speak too much. I don't think he'll start the next game, even though he scored 2. I think it's just like a rotation type of situation for them. And I think this was the game that Disabi wanted to kind of rest and all. Paul, how are you doing? Welcome. So yeah, Brighton, expect a strong team against United. Mitoma versus Wan-Bissaka will be a very interesting fixture, very interesting matchup within the game. I hope Enciso starts. I'm not expecting a clean sheet from both Brighton or United in that game. I'm expecting goals from both sides, to be honest. So we will see, given that I have double Brighton defense and Shaw. Not the best position you want to be in, but the main reason I bought in double Brighton defense on the free hit was for the clean sheet in the first game and not for the second game. So we'll see what happens in that. And then obviously Brentford. Guys, I told you, Tony, I don't know what it is. This guy is on this streak of score, not score, score, not score, score, not score, score, not score. I mean, it goes until game week 23. For some reason, this guy is on this streak. So the next game, he's not going to score because it's against Liverpool. Which is a bit odd, because usually you would expect them to concede against... I mean, you would expect Liverpool to not keep a clean sheet. But it seems like he might not score. Which again, West Ham, it presents perfectly that the fact that the West Ham game he's going to score. And then after that, he's got Spurs. Now, this is where I think this is where the trend breaks. Because surely one of these games against Liverpool or Spurs, one of these games he's going to score, because those two defenses aren't the strongest, to be honest. West Ham also not the strongest. And then Man City, where he's kind of expected to score if he keeps his trend. If he manages to continue this trend till the end of the season, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Uh, but yeah, it's a very odd trend. I don't think I've ever noticed this kind of trend before in fantasy, or even in like football, where some player just goes like this, like a every alternate game he's just getting a goal. So weird, but that's basically what's happening. So yeah, interesting, to be honest. But Forest took the lead. Obviously, unfortunately, conceded two. I think Forest are going to be in a big problem when it comes to relegation. The fixtures are also tough, to be honest. The next couple of fixtures, last three fixtures, are not what you want to have. I mean, this is a relegation battle straight away. This could potentially put Southampton to the sword. The next three after that is a tough run. So we'll see. Interesting to see what happens for Forest in that one. And then the final game, oh my god, Goalfest. Suchek, 15-pointer haul. He also gave a goal away, to be honest. Suchek is back to his usual self of scoring goals and getting assists, but I think West Ham in general have they're showing fight back. West Ham, they're showing fight back. I think they should be fine away from relegation. They're showing some fight, but they're conceding goals, to be honest, and I'm expecting a goal fest in the City game as well. After that, they got United. Could be a potential goal fest there as well. United at home, interesting. So West Ham are at home for that game. Wondering if I should bring in a United defender for that or not. Not sure if it's the smartest play now. Let's see. We'll see. After that, Brentford, Leeds, and Leicester. Obviously, no doubles after this, but they should, in terms of avoiding relegation, I think they should be fine. I'm a Forest fan. We are still in it. Yeah, I think you guys are still in it. You're still in a chance to escape. But I think where it's going to be decided is this. I expect Forest to win this game against Southampton. I think Southampton are good as gone, and Forest have goals in them. Like you've seen, they have fight in them. So I'm expecting them to score in this. The way Chelsea are playing right now, I think if you can get a draw from this game, I think that's a W. So 3-4 points. How much is the Premier League table looking like? Let's look at the Premier League table just to find out where the table is like. You're on 30 points. So 3 points against Southampton. Right? A point here. That's 4 points. And then if you can get one more point against Palace, 5 points, 35 points. Will that 35 points be enough? It might, you know. Ooh, no, it'll cut close. You potentially... Oh, you're against Leeds. I think it's Forest versus Leeds for that final spot. I think Everton are in a... probably getting relegated as well, to be honest. I think it's Forest versus Leeds. Even Leicester, maybe. We'll see what happens in tomorrow's game. Tomorrow's game is also very... I mean, this game is also very important relegation-wise. Leeds, I think Leeds are in a tough spot. Yeah. I don't see Leeds winning any one of these games. So, I think Forest will escape. I think you guys should be fine, to be honest. I think Forest should be fine. Last game, Palace will be on the beach. True. But to be honest, I have a feeling if Forest can win the next game, right? If you guys can win this next game, and if you can get a point against Chelsea, I think relegation, like, you'll be fine. 4 points in the next 2 games, I think you guys will be fine. 6 points and you're safe. I think the Premier League, the relegation point will be at least 33 points, 34 points is where you need to be safe. I think that's how it's come to. I think, yeah, 34 points is probably where we're looking at. Because look at Everton, right? Everton's fixtures. If we were to go to Everton, let me just bring Everton's fixtures up. Because it will be interesting to kind of know, because even from FPL point of view, we need to know. So this is a very important game. After that, let's say Everton most likely lose these 2, right? So then it's a final 2. So let's say they win these 2, 6 points there. They go to 34 points. 34, 28, yeah, 34 points. And then depending on whether they get 3 points here or not. So you're looking at least a minimum of 34 points needed to avoid relegation. Minimum of 34 points. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Very interesting. I think it'll be very interesting. But I think when we come to game week 38, I think before that a lot of games might have been dealt and finished with. We'll see. We'll see, obviously. And then the final game, obviously, apart from West Ham, I think West Ham should be fine. I did not expect Palace to concede this many given their recent defensive improvement. But Zaha is back and things just go to Zaha. When Zaha is on the pitch, this guy just gets the ball, man, so much. Having said that, this guy is permanently on my do not buy list. He's on my troll list, so I'm not getting him at all. So I don't even care if the fixtures are good. I'm not going there. No, thank you. 51 points so far. Should have started Kane. You didn't start Kane? Well, who did you start instead of Kane? And also, Rohan, welcome. How are you doing? Rokugu. Yes, I have saved him for this game week. Transfer Watkins to Tony. This is for Callum Wilson, right? Yeah. Oh, you got Tony in this week. Yeah, Tony in this week. For anyone who went, well done. The guy just, for some reason, managed to continue. So yeah, that's basically it. What are we expecting from the next set of fixtures? Now, obviously, these ones, we'll see how they go. But from the next, this will be another relegation important game. I honestly think Leicester will win this game. They should. They have the better players. And they're at home. They should probably win this game. And then it's Arsenal versus Chelsea. Here's what I say. Honestly, I won't be surprised if Chelsea get a result from this. Whether that is a draw or a win, it won't surprise me. Honestly, won't surprise me. But having said that, I think Arsenal should still win. But it won't surprise me if Chelsea gets something. And then the final game, this will be very important for how good my free hit does, to be honest, this game. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, what questions do you all have? Ask away, and then after that we'll probably end it. Trippier 2 points. Yeah, I think Trippier. Okay, this is what my team is looking like right now. Now, honestly, I don't really want to start Trippier against Arsenal. Which is why I have been thinking of should I bring in like a Shaw for the game against West Ham. But it's an away game, which is not great. United don't really do well away. But I still need to bring in a double game week player, I feel like, for that transfer. There's no point in me taking off a Botman and not bringing a double game week player. And I don't really want to bring in a City defender. Because the double game week for City is Chelsea and Brighton. Okay, maybe you say there's one clean sheet in there. But it's just that there isn't too much upside in that game that I feel like it's kind of not worth it. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe I will actually end up bringing Shaw for Botman for this game. And then starting this, it'll be Shaw and the remaining lineup. I don't know if it's Martinelli. I'm wondering whether I want to start Martinelli or not. That's something else I haven't decided on because Newcastle are conceding 1 xg, almost 1 xg. Look at this: 0.83, 0.66, 1, 1, 2.65, all 0.8881. Dude, they're almost conceding 1 xg. These two were against, like, I don't know why it was lower, but look at the amount of xg they're conceding. Surely Arsenal get a goal in that game as well. So I'm wondering whether I should start Martinelli or should I start Salah or Rashford. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I might actually drop Rashford and start Martinelli. I haven't really decided yet. Yeah, so something to think about for me as well. I haven't really decided how I want to approach that. Maybe I drop... do I want to drop Watkins now? Okay, so I haven't decided how I want to approach this. Arsenal versus Chelsea is going to be like Newcastle versus Spurs. Oh. You think so? Really? Are you expecting a lot of goals from Arsenal? I don't really want that as a person who's benched Arsenal assets, to be honest. And not having any Arsenal assets on a free hit, it will damage my rank. But I'm very interested in this game. I think I want to find a way to start Martinelli, but I don't know how I'm going to start Martinelli. If we get news that Haaland is not starting against Leeds, then I might start Martinelli and play a 3-5-2. I don't know. Something to think about. I haven't decided how it's going to go. But yeah, we'll probably decide that on the deadline stream, how we're going to approach this. Well, apart from that, I don't really have anything else to say from my side. Do you guys have any questions for your teams or whatnot? Still too early because plenty more fixtures to go. How many points am I on? I'm on 76 points. We've moved to 190k. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Interesting times ahead indeed, to be honest. I think that's basically all I've got for today. We'll see how the fixtures go, obviously. And then we will have a deadline stream for 35. I'll see if we can try and get a podcast on for you guys. Whether on Thursday or Friday, somewhere we'll see whether we can try and get in a podcast. It's just that everyone's been busy, so it's very hard to get everyone or even get a few guys for the podcast. So I'll try my best. Otherwise, it's the deadline stream. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's basically it from me. I'll wait another a few minutes to see if there are any final questions. If not, please do hit the like button while you're here. And do subscribe as well, because it does help the channel quite a lot. So we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We had a really good boost on the deadline stream. So if it does help you, please subscribe as well. Nice game week, 29k, still 11 players to go. You might be in 150k till end of game week. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, actually, because the problem is it'll all depend on the United versus Brighton game, because the people who could damage my rank, and also obviously Grealish. Look at the amount of, because I have gone very differential on my free hit. So there are players who can still damage my rank. So we're gonna have to wait and see. We will wait and see how things go. Will be very interesting. So cool. We'll end it there. Unless there are any other questions. If not, I'll see you all for the deadline stream for sure. Maybe a podcast before that. Maybe on a Thursday if we can. I'm not really sure. But the move for me, at least personally, it's probably looking at Botman out and most likely Shaw in, I think, because that kind of makes the most sense given the fixtures. Even in 36 and in 37 should have at least one clean sheet maybe. 38 is also not too bad, but I think Shaw might be rested for that. I don't know. We'll see. But Manchester United, I think, need about 2 or maybe 3 wins to secure top 4 as well. So I think Shaw might be the move for me. For Botman. It's probably what I'm going to do. But yeah, that's basically it from me. Thank you to everyone who's watched. Amit, Rokogu, Paul, Ruhil, and Shubharan. Thank you for joining me, and anyone else who's watching this back as well. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe while you're new, and I'll see you all for the deadline stream, definitely, and maybe a podcast before that. Until then, peace out all.